You guys still in there? Whew. Let's start the show. I'm just a guy who loves Disney and has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney news and reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney news and reviews. I'm File91e. And yeah, hey, this is familiar. Yeah, light's still hot, very bright. You're there. Hey, how you doing? Couple months, weeks, whatever, late. I think I explained that in my last explanation video. A lot of stuff going on in my life, but everything's going good. Since then, I've lost 12 pounds. I'm eating better. I'm feeling more healthy. I'm not getting those headaches anymore. I tried to go in for an MRI, maybe twice, and even an open MRI, and I kind of freaked out. Yep, I freaked out. So, fun fact, if you will, about File91e, he does not like closed spaces, has claustrophobia. It's very fun. You should not do that if you are claustrophobic. It wasn't a particularly bad experience. I'm just claustrophobic. You might not be, so it could be easier for you. But yeah, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Wasn't you know, my cup of tea, because I like tea. Yeah. So yeah, where I've been, that's basically it. I just decided to take some time off. I didn't know when I was going to be coming back. I had a lot of stuff to deal with. You know, just personal things and whatnot. I will leave that for other videos, random vlogs that I will do. Now this show will feature a number of different things. It's not going to be the normal show that everybody remembers. I'm not going to do it every week. It probably will be every other week. If you get 2 shows out of a month, then that's a pretty good month for me. I turned 30 over the summer. I have other things going on in my life, but I still like to do videos. This was actually a spur of the moment thing. I wasn't planning on making a video this week, but I wanted to, and I did. I'm doing it right now. It's awesome, isn't it? It's pretty cool. So a number of changes in the show. I'm only going to be reviewing one thing per show now, just to give me stuff to talk about. Some shows are going to be better, some shows aren't. I'm basically going to be focusing on the week or the bi-weekly news, you know, stuff to talk about, that sort of thing. You know, it's just planning the show, doing the show, and being forced to, like, just do it is, you know, I'm doing a lot of stuff, and figuring this show out and edging it in there is kind of tough. So it is what it is. But I'm still here, still going to be, you know, talking to you guys. One of the biggest things, and this is going to be tough to talk about the show that's going to be changing. God, this is tough. I now will be wearing polo shirts, as you can see. I know to many of you out there, it might be sacrilege to do that. I might bring a collared, you know, button-down shirt back, but for right now, spiffy polo shirts are right in with File91e. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fun stuff. Gotcha. Anyway, so there's been a lot of changes in Walt Disney World since I've gone. There's been a lot of stuff happening. Some great, some not so great. So I'm not going to be kind of talking about all of that today. I'm just kind of starting from where the news picked up when I checked it to now. I will be planning on doing a video where I will be covering any topic that you want me to cover, you know, from when I left to now. So post a comment in the comments section if you want me to talk about anything, such as like Universe of Energy closing, the opening of the new Frozen ride in Epcot, Star Wars Land coming along nicely, and the ending of the Main Street Electrical Parade, and what could possibly be there. I just don't have the time to talk about it right now in this short video, or the shorter video that I want to be doing. So, just post whatever you want me to talk about. You know, something. I know, God forbid, the tragedy that happened over the summer. I will still talk about that if you want me to. I just don't feel like talking about it right now, but I'll do that in a separate video to kind of, whatever questions you have, nay, File91e, where have you been? What are you doing? I don't like this. I'll try to get to all of your comments in that video to kind of help you understand where I'm going and what I'm doing. So whatever comments or questions that you have, I guess it'll be a Q&A video. It's not going to be live. It's just going to be a video just to cover all of that. I'll try to answer everything. Just post your comments in the comments section below, or on the side, wherever you're viewing this from. I don't know. YouTube's crazy now. So yeah, I am going to Walt Disney World in 3 weeks, exactly 3 weeks, 21 days or 20 days, depending on the day that you're watching this. And I'm getting ready. We got all the tickets. The Magic Bands haven't arrived yet, but I know that they have been shipped. We got our Disney's Magical Express stuff, and I'm really excited. I recently got a camera that I'm going to be using pretty much. This will be the main camera that I use down in Walt Disney World. It's really cool because it has a flip thing, and when you turn it on, you can actually hold it. And it has a widescreen. You can actually hold it and take video. So let's see what I can do here. And I think yeah, we're recording. We're doing stuff now. It's following my face. See, it's following my face. And there's you guys, and there's everything. And I kind of hold it out like this and talk and you know, do all this. It's waterproof and stuff, so I can take it on you know, rides and things of that nature. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. I think the video quality is alright. It's good enough for what I plan on doing, and then you can flip it right back down, and then it goes back. You can kind of record different things of that nature. So kind of neat, really cool. It's the Olympus, what is it? Olympus Stylus TG870. There you go. The Olympus TG870, pretty nifty thing. It's for bloggers and stuff like that. So hey, I think I hope it'll work pretty good. Either way, that's kind of what I'm using. I am also going to Universal. I will get on what I can. Universal is not necessarily good for bigger people. That is my fault. It's not Universal's fault. A lot of people like to lambast Universal about that. Hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to say, oh, you're losing customers by doing that. You're isolating people. You know, it is what it is. It's my fault that I am this way. And I'm working on changing. And eventually, hopefully, one day get on all of the rides at Universal. But I will try. And hopefully check out Harry Potter and all the good stuff there. I know those two rides are usually pretty tight for bigger people. But we shall see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If I have any more you know, stuff about the Disney trip, I'll mention in the next video. It'll probably wind up being the week before I go. I'm not doing a video before, you know, the day before I go down like I used to. It's just too much to deal with. I don't know, I might make a small video or something just to say goodbye, because I hate going on planes, and flying, you know, is not necessarily dangerous. It's not really dangerous, but it's, yep, floating in midair. I don't like it. Alright, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me these past couple months. Let's get right to the news. Halloween and all that goes with it is now fully added to the Disney World parks and resorts. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party has begun and will continue through October. For pictures, be sure to check out all of my favorite Disney sites. allears.net, touringplans.com, wdwmagic.com is pretty cool. They have great stuff too. Another one that I'm always kind of perusing is the Walt Disney World subreddit on Reddit. If I'm sure you guys know what Reddit is, and I'm sure you guys have been there. Just type in Walt Disney World on Reddit, and it's really cool. You can get some good up-to-date stuff there, and some tips and things. So that's usually kind of where I hang out there. I'm a lurker. That's what I do. Yeah. Disney is taking further measures to help control the spread of the Zika virus in the state of Florida with new guest-facing mosquito control measures. All Walt Disney World locations, including the parks and resort hotels, will be offering free mosquito repellent to both guests and cast members. In addition, Disney is handing out flyers to all guests arriving by card at the auto plazas, giving information and tips for mosquito control. Disney already has a comprehensive mosquito control program in operation at its Florida resort, but with heightened need for further control, the company has taken additional steps in the recent weeks. They are not messing around, believe me. They don't want any more bad press. Beyond the new guest initiative, Disney has also moved to eliminate filled standing water areas around the property, which includes filling in areas of the former River Country Water Park. I'm sure that's a breeding ground for nasty mosquitoes. They're giving out, I mean, they have sprays, they have mosquito, lotions, all that stuff to try to help. And I think that's really good, because I know the Zika virus is not anything to be messed with. And, well, that's awesome by Disney to, to do that and further, help that. So that's really cool. Lots of new details have been added to the exterior of Pizza Rizzo at Disney's Hollywood Studios this past week, with the exterior looking close to completion. Taking over the space of the former Pizza Planet, Pizza Rizzo will continue to offer quick service pizza and drinks when it opens in the fall of 2016. So a couple more weeks to a month, it should be open. With the whole Star Wars land going on, they took away the Streets of America, and they're expanding the whole Muppet Plaza, with the Jim Henson stuff. So the Pizza Rizzo is really cool. That's awesome. I liked Pizza Planet, but it really wasn't Pizza Planet. I really hope that they could maybe do a Pizza Planet in the Toy Story area and actually have it be Pizza Planet, because let's just be real here. Pizza Planet from Toy Story, the original, was awesome. And I would love just to have a claw machine where I could get one of those little squeaky toys. Awesome. Feed it to my dog. No, not actually going to. But Buddy doesn't have any teeth, so it wouldn't hurt the toy. See what I mean? There you go. He was a rescue. I didn't do that. He just came that way because he's a rescue. Love Buddy. Love you, Buddy. Here's my dog. The Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion is planned to close for a brief refurbishment this fall. Take note. The refurbishment is scheduled to begin on November 28th through to December 1st, reopening to guests on December 2nd. Work is currently underway on an exterior refurbishment with the mansion behind a construction scrim, but is currently operating as normal. Obviously, they have to really, update it every now and then. Yes, and not updating it makes it look older and kind of more spooky. But they have to. It's just part of it. So yeah, keep that in mind. A Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios will be closing for a refurbishment later this year. Closure is currently planned to begin on October 22nd through to November 9th, reopening to guests on November 10th. So that's another big one. Keep that in mind. And finally, Splash Mountain at Disney's Disney's Magic Kingdom, not Animal Kingdom. They didn't move it there. Is set to be closed for a single-day refurbishment in December. Closure is planned for December 7th, with the reopening to guests on December 8th. I'm sure it's going to be cold or cold-ish down there, so I doubt you're going to want to get on Splash Mountain anyway. But if you do, don't go that day, because it's going to be closed. So yeah, that's the news for these past weeks. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright guys, what I'm going to be reviewing for you today, this is one that I can't believe I haven't talked about. It's from Disneyland. It is Space Mountain. Woo! Somebody did it. It's there. This is not going to happen every time I say Space Mountain. Woo! Space Mountain. Woo! Cutting that off right now. Anyway, this is located in Tomorrowland in Disneyland Park. I have a bunch from Disneyland I still haven't reviewed, and a bunch from Disney World that I will, so I'm just going to kind of mix them up. Now, this is one of the more historical attractions in any of the Disney parks. The first one, though, happened or came about in Walt Disney World. Because the Matterhorn bobsleds work so well, that Walt Disney realized that there could be thrill parks or thrill rides in his park. He thought that it would be maybe a little bit too extreme for that, but he could still tell a story and make it look good while still providing a thrill. So of course he wanted to do something. So he conceptualized this sort of rocket ship sort of deal. And it went through many different things. It was going to be called like space launch or space flight, that sort of deal. But the technology wasn't there yet. So it actually took, I think, 11 or more years for the technology to actually catch up to what Walt wanted to do. Unfortunately, I think he passed away at that time. But the idea was still there. They had an idea for it, and they built Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World in 1975. It became a huge success. It's a lot bigger than the Disneyland version. It had a lot more in it. But because it was so popular, obviously, they were going to build one in the Disneyland version. Disneyland is confined by space, so this one, the one that they built, couldn't be as big. But they, nevertheless, they were going to add some thrills and add something to it. So in 1977, it opened, 2 years after the one. And it opened actually with an attached restaurant and Starcade, which was an arcade and all that stuff, and the arcade right next to it. So it was kind of a futuristic, kind of area right there. And I gotta say, it looks really cool. I do like the entrance area to Space Mountain in Disneyland better than the one in Disney World. Although the one in Disney World, it's much easier to get on. With the one in Space Mountain, you're walking up this thing and you go around. But they wanted like kind of a space kind of center, like a travel center, and I really got that feel. Although Starcade wasn't what it was, and then the thing is the Red Rockets Pizza Port, so it's like, all right. But I really would have liked to have seen it in its heyday with all those gizmos and gadgets rolling around and stuff. There has been, I will say, just a lack of tomorrow in Tomorrowlands, both of them. I really think that, especially with even with Epcot, they're kind of due for an upgrade. There's so many new technologies out there, but I know Disney's working on stuff, and with new intellectual properties with the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that. I hear they're doing it with the Universe of Energy. They're building a roller coaster there. I'm surprised they haven't done it with put more of that in Tomorrowland, because I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing with Epcot. Hopefully it's going to be good. God knows the refurb for that is coming up soon, and because they're finishing up with Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, so this one's going to be interesting. Now the track layout for this one is actually a little bit different because of the size. So don't expect the same exact ride on the one in Disneyland as the one in Disney World. Now, there have been many upgrades to this over the years, such as adding an onboard soundtrack in 1996, and an upgraded track layout and upgraded cars in 2003 to 2005. And that's just a couple. They've really been updating and upgrading it over the years. There's a lot more stuff in the queue now. It's just really neat. One of the cooler things is that during certain times they'll add special effects to it. Like during Halloween, you got Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy. That's the one I experienced when I went. And Ghost Galaxy was pretty cool. There's projections on screens, and you're being chased by this, Ghost Galaxy, and there's a special, like music being, played. And then during the Star Wars Seasons of the Force, they had Hyperspace Mountain, which is also fantastic. I saw some video there where on YouTube, where you could you're basically flying, like an X-wing or something like that. You're flying amongst all the fighters and all that, and it's just really neat. and I love what they do. And I think that's a fantastic sort of morphing addition that I really think they should bring to Walt Disney World. Although I do think they want to keep it for Disneyland as kind of an exclusive thing to make it, you know, different. But it is a cool upgrade that I really enjoyed while I was there. Now the ride itself is basically you just ride. You know, you go in, you go up this ramp, and it's a really long walk to the actual ride. You know, once you get up there, you go through. The theming is awesome. It's just great. You know, because you're traveling. It's a spaceport. You're traveling to a different place, and it feels kind of like a futuristic, you know, airport, that sort of deal. And you know, you go and then you board your little thing, and I think Nate and I fit pretty good. And you know, you hop into the cars. The cars are really cool. You go through. You make sure you're buckled in. It is a, you know, I was okay. I fit all right. So that was, you know, it's okay for bigger people. I'm a big guy, so I fit all right. And you kind of get launched off, and you're going up the hill, and then you're going through, you know, the flashing streaming light thing. It's like you're going through hyperspace, and then finally you just shoot right out, and you're down, and you're going through. It's almost like a wild mouse coaster. You're just going, your hard lefts, hard rights, dips, dives, tucks, turns. It's just really cool. They have a great, awesome soundtrack blaring in the background, and you know, different futuristic projections and things like that make it look pretty cool. Now, some of the fun things, you can sometimes see Space Mountain lit up, which is really interesting to see, especially in Walt Disney World. When you go on the People Mover, Space Mountain lit up is pretty crazy. It's very interesting to say the least. The magic is gone, but it still is pretty neat nonetheless. It's a unique ride. But it's still scary as all hell, and it's, I swear to God, each and every single time I get on it, you know, I'm going to get decapitated. My brother and I think that we're going to get decapitated each and every single time we get on it. But it's still fun, it's great, and we've had a great time. We've never been decapitated yet, so no off with my head and that sort of thing. So yeah, Space Mountain. Woo! You had to do it one more time, didn't you? Swear to God. What am I going to give Space Mountain? Come on, 5 big stars. It's one of the must-dos at the Magic Kingdom or in Disneyland Park. If you love thrill rides, this is one of the best thrills that you're going to get. It's one of the better roller coasters that Disney has ever produced. I really enjoyed this one. I like the one in Disney World too. Each of them have their own pluses and minuses. I did a Space Mountain versus Space Mountain last year during Arena August, so there's that. Check that out. Just type in Space Mountain in my video search thing here, and you should see it, and you'll hear my views on that. But I really enjoyed this one. It was a pleasant surprise. I liked the theming, because they built the first one and then they could actually do what they wanted with the second one, because they were like, okay, let's try to add on the stuff here and keep it cool, and they did, and I really enjoyed it. So I think you will enjoy it too. So yeah, Space Mountain in Disneyland Park in Tomorrowland, 5 stars.
And now, a random Disney fact with File91e.
Space Mountain cost more than the entire Disneyland park put together, at $20 million.
And that was a random Disney fact with File91e.
See, I brought the random Disney fact back. That's all right, right? Yeah. So yeah, Space Mountain's really cool. He did it. It's everywhere. Can't stop that guy. If you don't get it, if you don't get that joke, you're not a wrestling fan. But that's okay. So yeah, I will be back in maybe in a couple weeks, or at least the week before, going to Disney World. So I guess that would be what, the 26th, something like that. I can't wait. I hope I'll have some good stuff for you, and I won't have to say, what is going to be closed when I go down there. I already know the Big Thunder Mountain will be closed and Dinosaur will be closed when we go down. So kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I'm still looking forward to it. It's not going to hinder my experience too much. But I can't wait to go to the Food and Wine Festival. I'm just super psyched about that. We got reservations for Be Our Guest. Yes, we'll be reviewing Be Our Guest and going to it. That should be fun. We got reservations for the Illuminations dessert party that day, so that should be fun too. We got a lot going for us, and we're going to have a great time. We're staying at the Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, but again, I'll go into that on a whole other video, maybe right before, kind of explaining where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, and you know, I hope to see some of you guys down there. Maybe give me a little hey, File91e. I'll be like, hey y'all, you know. So that's kind of how it goes, right? Whatever, didn't come up. I don't care. So yeah, yeah. Well, oh, I totally forgot how I ended this thing. Hold on, got it. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. You haven't yet, and I don't think you will. But you know, I just want people to go down to Disney World or Disneyland and have a great time. Go to Shanghai Disney, Hong Kong Disney. Shanghai Disney has some awesome stuff. I really want to go over there. I want to do Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Tokyo all in one. Like all in one 2-week trip to kind of check them off the list. That would be a dream vacation. But yeah, so good stuff there. Please don't sue me. And if anybody, if you are going to Disney World or Disneyland, be sure to go to allers.net, touringplans.com. I subscribe to touringplans.com. I have my stuff there. Or wdwmagic.com for all your latest and greatest Disney news. It's where I get a lot of mine. WaltDisneyWorld.com and Disneyland.com is great too. They revamped the sites, and it's really high tech and up to date now with the My Disney experience. I'm just getting a hang of this, and it's really cool. The paper, that's almost paperless now. Everything's booked on your account and on your your wristbands, so you really don't have to carry a whole lot of paper stuff or tickets or anything like that. It's really awesome to have and convenient all in one. So cool stuff there. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time in a couple weeks, whenever that will be. Hopefully I should have another video soon. And I will also, if you have any questions about where I've been or want me to comment on any certain things, post them in the comment section below. I'll talk about anything, you know, just as long as it's in the, you know, it has to do with from when I stopped to when I started again, just to kind of fill everybody in. I don't know what everybody wants me to talk about. A lot of stuff has happened with Walt Disney World, and I don't know what to talk about. I forgot a bunch of things, and who knows, some news I haven't even heard of. So, whatever you want, just post in the comment section below. So see you guys next time. I'm back. Bye, guys.